Hi guys, what is up? My name is Sophie and welcome to my channel. I thought today that considering a lot of people are going back to university in the next 2 weeks, that I would do a top tips for university. Now, when I first started, I watched so many of these and I found them so useful and helpful, so I thought, why not do my own? I thought I'd just come up on here and try and help you guys out if you're starting university. Let me know in the comments if you are starting university and how you're feeling towards it, because I know when I first started, I was fine until we got in the car and drove down to London, and that's when I started freaking. Let's get into the video. But my first piece of advice is, if you have not started university yet, then this is just for you. Make sure you've chosen the right university. I know of quite a few people who, when they started, they thought, oh yes, this university is perfect, and then they got there and they actually went to their classes and they realised that that wasn't for them, which is quite a shame considering, you know, in the UK you pay something like £9,250 a year for your university plus your maintenance on top. Go to their open days, go to their applicant days, go to their visitor days, go to anything you can. Get a feel for the campus, get a feel for the accommodation, for the lecturers, for the lessons that you'll be attending, for your units and your modules. Just be 100% certain they'll love it there, because you're there for at least 3 years of your life. And you don't want to waste those 3 years thinking, oh, I wish I'd gone to UCL, or I wish I'd gone to Lancaster, I wish I'd, you know, gone to Liverpool. Just make sure that your #1 university in your mind is the one that you're going to. I know we're clearing and not really getting the grades that you want. It's quite difficult to do that, but go into it with a positive mindset that you're going to do well in this university and that you're going to meet new friends, and that the course that you're doing is an amazing course, and I honestly believe that that is going to help you. My second and third tip are kind of linked together. So my second tip is to attend Freshers' Fair. Now, for my university, they tend to happen the last 2 days of Freshers' Week. So the Saturday and the Sunday. They are really good for finding societies, joining clubs, and freebies. I mean, they gave us in my Freshers' Fair, I don't know about anyone else, but they give you a small, it's not a personal site, is it personal? I think it was a personal box, or was it I think it was one up from the personal, but Domino's gave you this box, an empty box, and you could go to the nearest Domino's and you could pick any pizza you wanted as long as it was for collection, which I never actually used because I didn't have the time. Plus, as well as that, the Domino's that is closest to me is like a 20-minute walk there, 20-minute walk back. So I was like, no, not really, I don't want to do that. But a lot of my friends took advantage of that. You also get things like card holders for the back of your phone, lots of free stationery, and loads of opportunities too. I know that this isn't universal, but for my university, we live near Ascot Racecourse. Our university is near there. And for that, they turned up a representative from Ascot where you could go to see the races at Ascot, which I think the Queen was there. I didn't go because I didn't take advantage. It was a free ticket. I didn't take advantage of it, but that is something that I will be taking advantage of 100% this year at Freshers' Fair. My third tip is join societies. Even if you join them and then realise that you've not got enough time to go to your societies every week, I'd at least go to their taster sessions. I joined 2 societies in my first year and I wish I'd joined more, because I kind of needed that break from university. And as well as that, it's a great way to make new friends, and societies look good on your CV. There are 250 different societies, from musical theatre to sports to political alignment to your subject society, religious societies, a Harry Potter society, a Disney society, a load of singing societies, gospel society, a cappella societies. Just go and you'll find something that you'll enjoy, honestly. Even if it's just your core society, you will enjoy it. My fourth piece of advice is wait to buy books until you get there, unless you know that one of your units is a compulsory module for your first term. I know of a load of people who went and spent hundreds of pounds on books for them to get there and then them not even need it. Email your course convener or your undergraduate admissions person and ask for a reading list or a suggested book to read over the summer. This is also for next year's applicants. Hi, my name's Sophie. Just don't buy all of your books straight away, because you might get to university and find out that only one of your courses is compulsory and then you can choose. And then you're like, oh, I've bought this book for this module, but I don't actually have to do this module, or I can't fit this module in. So just email your course convener, or if you're on an applicant day or a visit day, just ask them of any particular books to read. I know that my undergraduate admissions tutor recommended one book for us to read, which we didn't actually need until the second semester. But it was great that because I've read it, I could just skim it when we needed it for our seminar. Whereas some people hadn't emailed him and asked, and they needed to know that reading, and they only had 3 copies of it in the library. My fifth piece of advice is to enjoy freshers. Honestly, whether you're a nightclubber, going out on nights out person, or you're just someone who likes to chill and make new friends and isn't really interested in the clubbing experience, they have different things that you can do, varying from going out to nightclubs to going to the SU, or even doing things like Harry Potter movie nights, Disney movie nights. Like what I said with the societies, Freshers Week is the best way for you to make new friends. I made all of my friends in Freshers Week that I have now, apart from a few that I met through my course. Yeah. So just enjoy Freshers. As well as that, enjoy getting drunk every night. I know some people, well, a lot of people, do continue to go and do the nightlife. I know my first week of Freshers, I was quite drunk, and then after that I kind of settled in and thought, you know, I'm here, the least I could do is try and do my best. But I kind of just stuck to work and hanging out with my friends, and you will find people who enjoy doing that. I know a lot of people think that they have to go out and drink to make friends, but you honestly don't. My next piece of advice is be open to meeting people. Don't be judgmental. I know that people say, oh, I'm not a judgmental person, but it's really difficult not to be judgmental. When you get to your university, they will recommend, or in your welcome pack, when you have accepted your place, they will recommend you bring a doorstop or a door wedge. Bring one, because honestly, keep your door open during Freshers Week, and whether you're in a flat, you have rooms along a corridor like I did, there will be an opportunity for you to meet new people. I know on my first night, so to get my rooming situation into perspective, I had a catered bedroom, single bedroom with no ensuite, and our halls were organised along corridors. So on the first night, a girl organised for drinks and getting to know people in her room, and that's where I met my friends that I live with now in my house. And that night I didn't really think I was going to go, but I'm so happy I did, because I met some of my closest friends through that night. So just be open to meeting new friends. Be open to meeting new people on your course too. Go into your lecture, smile at people as you walk past. I know it's kind of a creepy thing to do, but just smile at them, because they could be your saving grace. They sit next to you in a lecture hall or in a seminar, introduce yourself, get to know them. My next tip is to keep on top of your reading. This is particularly aimed at those who have humanities subjects. Same goes for things like maths, whatever. Keep on top of your reading, keep on top of your lecture notes. Have an effective organisation system so that you know, if you need to know about macroeconomics, you can go to this section of your folder. Like down below if you would like me to do my folder organisation, because I'm very proud of it. university, I kind of took it on my own responsibility to just organise my life. Not just my folders, but my life, and I feel that my folders are very good. So if you would like me to do that, then please like down below, and I will be sure to film that and get it up for you for the new term, because I love folders, I love organising. My personal tutor gave me this piece of advice at the start of the second semester when we kind of got a lot more work than the first. She suggested that if you had, hang on, let me get a book. She recommended that if you have a big book like this, you read the first 2 sentences and the last 2 sentences of a paragraph. So you kind of get the gist of what the paragraph is saying. So you read them in detail and then you skim the rest of the paragraph. But if you don't understand them, you go into a little bit more detail. So you're getting more reading done in a shorter amount of time, because the first sentence and the last sentence especially are meant to be like signpost sentences for the paragraph before and the paragraph after, whilst also asserting the point of the author. Do that if you're struggling. Make notes on your reading if you can too, because then when it comes to revision, you don't actually have to read back through the reading. You can just get your notes up, whether they're on your computer or they're in your folder. You can just do that. My next piece of advice is kind of similar to the one before. It's attend lectures and seminars. I know, like, oh, but I had a dodgy night last night. I didn't get home till 5 AM and I've got a 9 AM lecture. I'd try as much as you can to attend lectures and seminars, because if you miss that 1 week, I don't know how it is with other courses, but for history, if you miss that 1 week, you miss a whole time period, which for history is not good. So I honestly recommend that you attend as many lectures and seminars as you can. If you are ill, that to the point where you can't leave your room, or something's happened, then okay, your lecturers and seminar leaders understand as long as you email and put in a reason for absence to your department. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. My next point is use and abuse your lecturers and tutors' office hours, because if you email your tutor, it might take them a long time to reply. I was extremely lucky that I had a tutor who replied a lot quicker than a lot of my friends' tutors. So if I needed to see her or ask her a question to do with my modules or my course, or ask for her advice, she'd always be on the other end of the line. A few of my friends would have to wait for a few days for a reply, which if you've got an essay to hand in on the Friday and she emails you or he emails you on the Thursday night, I don't like doing all-nighters, so that would really, really get to me and I'd be really panicking. So use your lecturers and tutors' office hours, even if you're stuck on a piece of reading that they discussed in the lecture and then you read about it but you still don't understand it. Just go and knock on your lecturer's door during their office hours and just be sure to ask, because they don't mind you asking questions. And I found that at the end of term, if you've got an essay submission, a lot of my lecturers offered essay help, or at least the PhD students did, who taught us for some of our seminars. And that was a really good way to get advice for your essay. And I found that the modules where I did attend those essay help, I did better in my essays, I got firsts. Whereas if I didn't attend an essay help, I'd get a 2-1 or a 2-2, which is still quite good. But I really suggest that you just try and make the most out of your office hours of your tutor. My last piece of advice is just to have fun. You know, university is one of those years of your life, like those 3 or 4 years, depending on how long your degree is, or if you're doing medicine. I feel so sorry for you, and I am very, 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 very admiral of your choice of doing medicine, because I could never do it. Just have fun. There are going to be times where you're in the pit, as my sixth form tutor used to say, where you're in there and you feel like you can't get out and you have a breakdown where you just cry all night. But it's okay, it's going to get better. Use these tips what I gave you to just try and wade your way through the first year of university. If you're a returning student, try and wade your way through your first semester back. And have fun. Make your university experience catered to you, and I'm sure you will do fine. If you are new to this channel, then be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it and you want to see more from me. I am going to be doing university and school related videos as well as lifestyle, and I've also got a few vlogs planned. So if you want to see more of me, then click subscribe. I think it's on this side. I'm going to put my little face on this side somewhere here. Hi! And I'm also going to link on this side 2 of my most recent videos for you to go and see. My name's Sophie, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!